'cause without your love my life ain't nothing but this carnival of rust.
Hello fellow YouTubers, this is Utah Moses here to give you my review on Ed Wood. This is a biopic on the worst director to ever lived in his time, but now the worst director out there is Uwe Boll. But anyways, this follows Edward D. Wood Jr.'s friendship with Bela Lugosi, the actor who played Dracula, and the filming of his following projects, Glenna Glenda, Bride of the Monster, and Plan 9 from Outer Space, and all the problems he encountered during production. This is one of those homage biopics where it really catered to the old B-rated horror movies. The music sounds generic on purpose. A lot of the characters looked like monsters from those times, and they have that lapoonery to their substance. Johnny Depp as Ed Wood was really incredible, and I've heard that one of the things that his character was based off of was the Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz, and a couple of others that I can't remember. But he's like this really young boy who always dreams that he's a great director, but the problem with that is that he always makes a lot of these fatal mistakes when he's filming a movie.
And cut! Brent, we're moving on. That was perfect.
Perfect. Mr. Wood, do you know anything about the art of film production?
Well, I like to think so.
That cardboard headstone tipped over. This graveyard is obviously phony.
Nobody will ever notice that. Filmmaking is not about the tiny details. It's about the big picture.
The big picture?
Yes.
Then how about when the policeman arrived in daylight, but now it's suddenly night?
What do you know? Haven't you heard of suspension of disbelief?
He doesn't do reshoots or rewrites. He always typecasts his actors and does his films on such a low budget that you wouldn't believe. Martin Landau, who plays Bela Lugosi, the actor, he's really hilarious whenever he's swaying at everyone, and with all that makeup on, he looks like Dracula if he was locked up in the closet and been collecting dust for several years. He also appears to be surprisingly dramatic whenever he is, because he's playing an actor whose career is really diminishing, and he can't carry on with his life also due to his drug addiction. And that's very true to reality, because when you play a serial killer or a monster in this really iconic film, then that's probably as far as your career is going to go, other than sequels, remakes, direct-to-video stuff, or TV shows where you'll probably do voice work or TV characters, or maybe just make a cameo like Mark Hamill does. Ed Wood also stars Sarah Jessica Parker, Vincent D'Onofrio as Orson Welles, Bill Murray, Patricia Arquette, and Jeffrey Jones, who I really like in this movie because he plays a psychic for a TV show host, but when we first see him in this, we see him play the host who introduces us to the actual film Ed Wood itself. And that's the scene that always stuck out to me, even when I first watched this. And being that this is directed by Tim Burton, this is his most toned-down film that I've watched out of all of them, because every one of them is always a concept of fantasy breaking through reality's door, and this is focusing on the facts of a real-life character, and it uses different shots of cinematography. Of course, it is filmed in black and white, really catering to the B-rated horror movies, but it even uses stop-motion animation during its intro credits. Like, it like they used in Beetlejuice, another Tim Burton movie. So, overall, I thought this was one of the weirdest biopic films that I've ever watched, but I really enjoyed it, and it also told about Edward's really weird habit of wearing women's clothes, which really got on his wife's nerves. Those parts I giggled to as well. So, if you like these weird kinds of biopics or homage films to history films, then Edward is best suited for you. Out of 5, I give it 4.5 stars out of 5. Now I should get on to the special features now. And what we have on here is deleted scenes, behind the scenes featurette, Let's Shoot This Fucker, hosted by Johnny Depp, Making Bella featurette about the creation of Bela Lugosi, and The Makeup Designer by Rick Baker, Pie Plates Over Hollywood featurette on the look of the film, featurette on the use of the theremin to create music, audio commentary by the director, actor, co-writers, and photographer and costume designer, and music video and theatrical trailer. So you really get a lot from this movie. So that's all for my review. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back later. Until then, this is Yuto Moses, signing out.